going to eat this. I don't even want to talk about it.
It actually doesn't look too bad.
No, it's off. I love them. Just add it all.
Okay. Seriously, she's going to be eating that. I'm making myself a non-burnt one. Huh. Okay, so it is S'mores Wednesday today, and we have Lori. And she is going to be, I'm pointing with my marshmallow stick, I better not get too close. She is going to be talking about her trip that made us no longer friends because she got to go to France and I didn't. So let's get started. We are live. Who is ready for some DIYs? I maybe overfilled a couple of them. We want you to become empowered to know what you're purchasing because you know that's only going to help you be able to help your family. Welcome back. I'm seriously just toasting my marshmallow here, you guys. Every time they have to come on Wednesdays and watch me toast my marshmallows.
Which is, and you do a fairly good job. You're getting better and better.
Thank you, Danny.
Okay. In her defense, it is really hard to cook a marshmallow over a candle.
So hard. So hard. Okay, guys, welcome to S'mores Wednesday. I know I already said that, but welcome, welcome. Let's see who's joining us really quick, and then we're going to be talking about the s'mores we're making, and then I'll kind of turn it over to this lady right over here. So we have Janine from Pennsylvania, Debbie from Florida, Carolina says 2,000 calories, it's fine, I'm okay with that. Mona from Michigan, Emma from Ohio, Lynn from Nebraska, Onetta from Florida, all those people saying hi, Lori. His Girl Forever 85 from North Carolina, I believe it said. Nicole from Colorado, Amanda from New York, Amy from Ohio, Eddie from Louisiana, Tabitha from Florida. Really fast, I have a question, Dana from Idaho, and then I'm gonna go to Instagram. Okay guys, when I watch, there's this lady who talks about chickens, because you all know I have chickens in my house, and she does live videos a lot. And this is maybe a secret I shouldn't share, but I'm wondering if you guys do the same. So on her live video, sometimes I'll post my name multiple times to like put it throughout the comments to see if she's like, thanks for joining, Retha, hey, right? So do you guys do that? Like, so that, because I know people get really excited when I call their name, so I'm wondering how many people, or is it just me? How many people say, hey, from, you know, Seattle or whatever, multiple times, so it gives them a better chance of me calling out their name. That's probably something I shouldn't admit. But let me know if you guys do it while Ashley's telling us who's joining from Instagram.
We have CMZ007, hello from Wisconsin. Yurt I Go, hi from BC, Canada.
Oh, welcome.
Let's see. Oh.
No.
Phone call from.
Oh, who was it?
I didn't catch the
Do
name.
I need to tell them? We might need to text them and be like, don't call because it interrupts
Instagram,
the Instagram.
I'm going to go down for a second and then we'll have to bring you back. Sorry, guys.
Crystal says yes, laugh out loud.
Oh, you guys can turn the
Tammy
fire
says,
off.
I do something. Lori hasn't made her s'mores
Okay,
yet.
I'll make my s'mores.
You gotta make your s'mores, Lori. It is so hot.
Okay, it is. It is like roast.
Carol says, haha, you caught me. Donna says sometimes. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Do you need me to blow out your
Blow
marshmallows?
out my marshmallows.
Is Instagram back up?
They are back up.
Good.
Yes.
So, welcome Instagram, everyone who's joining, because I know you're joining. Raina says, yes, I do that.
Okay.
Christy, it's Christy's first live, first
wanna
Pet
cord
Therapy Live.
Cover it? You want to
Welcome.
put it out, the fire?
Hey, that worked.
Wow.
Okay, so now to tell about the s'mores. We are doing Oreo caramel. Oh, look at that goodness. Oreo caramel. So we have the thin Oreo cookies, and then Danny's mom, without using her hand,
So she says.
smashed up caramels for us. So they're just these thin little pieces of caramel now. I'll keep that since I touched it. Oh, Lori's. And then you do a marshmallow. Okay. So, Lori, go ahead and read some comments, and I'm going to take a bite.
Well, people are saying no, never. Maybe I should. Hello from Cincinnati. Hello from Tallahassee.
I'm pretty sure Carol. Oh, there's two Carols. Never mind.
Oh, morning from Hong Kong. Wow, Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah.
Who is it?
Hey, Retha, any oils that keep chickens out of the gardens?
It's called a fence.
Fence oil.
Fence oil.
That's all I got for you. I just put mine in a fence. It was too much.
Hi from Canada.
In a run.
Happy Wednesday. Hi, Lori. Oh, hi, Vicki. I'm wearing my new Tree of Life pendant. Oh, I missed that one.
Oh, yeah.
The free gift one?
See, it worked. First time you've read my comment. That's from Carol. Hi from Missouri.
Well, that's just delicious.
Vancouver.
I can't even believe I'm going to talk to you guys.
How many?
Happy
1 out of
Wednesday
10,
from Wendell.
How does that one? How does that s'mores rate?
I'm a big fan of Oreos. So compared to a regular one, I would give it an 8.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, I think it's hard to beat a regular Oreo. I mean, s'mores though. They're just like, I don't know. Maybe it's because you grow up eating them just like that, right? Okay, so oil of the week.
All right, are you ready?
Ready.
Oil of the week.
Have you heard that yet, Lori?
No, I haven't.
That's Danny. Okay, so oil of the week. Spotlight 8.
Yes.
8?
No, 9.
9. Oh my gosh, I'm always a week behind, aren't I? I always think,
9.
so Spotlight 9. Organic Melissa, any size, use coupon code SPOTLIGHT and then the number 9 to get 15% off of it. And I know this one's going to be huge because a lot of customers are always looking for discounts to get this oil. Ashley and Danny are both back there shaking their head yes. So to save 15% off of this, you guys, Spotlight and then the number 9 this week only. Well, not this week only, from Wednesday through Tuesday. A week, 7 days only, starting today. Organic Melissa, any size. So you can get the smaller sizes because it is a very expensive oil. So you can get the smaller sizes to be able to save a little bit more. Wait. Just give me this. Okay, win it in a minute, 60 seconds. And then I'll answer any questions you had about the oil of the week if you had it. What essential oil became famous in the United States in the 60s as a favorite scent of young counterculture people? It can help with the appearance of skin wrinkles, scars, and skin blemishes, and it's a wonderful addition to a man's deodorant formula. Okay, 60 seconds, well, you have less than that to answer that question, and you get this oil. One more time for Instagram.
30 seconds.
Yep,
what essential oil became famous in the United States in the 60s as a favorite scent of young counterculture people? I love that it says that. It can help with the appearance of skin wrinkles, scars, and skin blemishes, and is a wonderful addition to man's deodorant formula. I think
Everyone's got it.
is getting it.
Yeah.
So
That was an easy one.
All right, 8 seconds.
8 seconds, 5 seconds. Oh.
Is it marijuana?
No.
0 seconds. Here.
And the
Time's up.
correct answer is, someone just said, I love how we all know that answer in less than 3 seconds. Patchouli!
Woohoo,
Was it the
patchouli.
counterculture? Good job, guys. Patchouli. So
Jessie.
Jesse's hopping on and is going to tell us a winner.
A winder?
A
Tell us
winner.
a winner.
Vanessa. So on Facebook, someone had posted this sign that said, patchouli used to be used to cover up the death of smell, like, you know, the decaying of human bodies. And they were like, so if you smell like patchouli, don't come in here, basically is what it said, because that's what it reminded them. Anyways, it was really funny. Okay, our winner is at CupcakeGirl25 on Instagram.
Ooh,
Yay!
awesome.
So congratulations at Cupcake Girl. Email cs@planttherapy.com and we will get a patchouli sent to you. Yay, congrats. Okay, oil of the week. Any questions about Organic Melissa? Someone said that they, I didn't get the name, but they've never purchased Melissa before. So now would be a great time. 15% off. It's a great discount, and you
great
can use it
deal.
on any size. So you can get the smaller sizes, which makes it more affordable. Awesome. Okay, well, if I see any comments come up, we're going to be talking a little bit more about Melissa probably a little bit later, because that is one of the plants you got to see. And did you see that distilling? No.
No.
You wanted to, but they were, yes,
Yeah.
okay, I remember. So Lori did kind of a presentation to the executive team about her and our purchasing manager's trip. So I have been fortunate enough to hear a lot of this, and I'm super excited for you guys to hear about it too. Oh, really fast, what do you use Melissa for?
Well, Melissa is great. It's uplifting. It's good for to reduce like worry, that kind of thing. It's also really great. I don't know if I could say this, but like on cold sores and things like that. So like yeah.
And isn't it like one of the best for like grief? Isn't Melissa
it is.
One of the
it's
best
good
oils
for grief.
that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does it get safe?
It is not.
I was like, look. I didn't look. I knew that. I knew that off the top. Well, and Lori's head, both of our heads. I don't know.
Although it is safe to name your kid Melissa.
It is.
That is true.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Lemon balm. Yes, it's also known as lemon balm.
Yes.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Does it smell lemony?
It does have a little bit of a lemony scent to it. Yeah.
It doesn't it kind of smell like lemongrass a little bit?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does smell like lemongrass.
Yeah.
Only I think better.
Okay, so I'm here for the beach towel. That's what Amanda says. Who knows what we're giving away? I don't even know what we're giving away then. Actually, I do, and it's really exciting. So stay tuned for that. Okay, Lori, you're up. We are excited to hear about your trip. Guys, you got to visit farmers and some distillers and all these wonderful people that we work with and eat amazing food, and I love her and hate her all at the same time.
I wish you could have gone with me.
Me too.
It was so awesome.
So Lori, I do have the video you're going to see
Okay.
here.
And
They're
you
going
want
to
me
be
to-
able to see, or the pictures.
Okay,
and
so
stuff.
they're going to see the video first.
Yeah, so we'll start with this.
Okay, awesome.
They're seeing that now.
So what you're seeing right now is blue yarrow, and this is the harvesting of it. So they'll go through and cut it all down, and then after it's all cut, they will take it back. And blue yarrow is one of the plants that you can wait. It's best to wait 24 hours after it's harvested to start the distillation process. So, but what we'll see, and then, is that one over already? Okay, so what we'll see next is a little bit more on that. So there's
Guys,
the blue
look at
yarrow
that
after
oil.
24 hours. I know, it's hard to believe that those tiny little white clusters of flowers make this gorgeous blue oil. And yeah, it's just amazing. So that's what happens during the distillation period. The matricin turns to comazolene, and then that's what gives it that rich, beautiful blue color, and very good for calming effects. Blue yarrow is also really, really good for skin concerns, any skin issues. It's
And we
amazing.
sell blue yarrow at diluted as well to help with the price of blue yarrow, because it's a very, very expensive oil. So we sell it at as a 10% dilution to make it more affordable as well.
Right.
Yeah. So for those who are curious about that.
What makes it so expensive?
Because it comes from those tiny flowers.
Flowers, yeah, and the yield is lower than it is with a lot of oils. But oddly, this process only really takes like 2.5 to 3 hours to get from the flower to that gorgeous blue oil.
Wow.
It's amazing.
It's so quick.
It's amazing that those white flowers turn into blue oil.
I know. It's just unbelievable.
It's gorgeous.
It's
beautiful.
fantastic. So this here is just a lavender field that we saw while we were in Bulgaria.
It's amazing how.
Yeah,
Oh, this
and
is,
so
oh, sorry, this is the video.
This video.
yeah. Oh, this is okay. So these guys are actually going through because they're getting ready to harvest. So they're going through and they're removing the weeds from in between the rows. So typically, when you see a picture of lavender, you'll see these gorgeous rows and you won't see any of the weeds or anything else, but that's kind of a clear sign that they've been sprayed. So this is kind of a really a great thing to see the weeds growing in there and them like taking them out manually before the harvest as much as they can, because then you know that you're getting a real organic oil from this.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's like other flowers and plants in there as well that they have to remove. So not just weeds, right? Like there are other
there are some other things,
flowers and stuff growing in there. You'd have a
between.
little bit of lavender and a little bit of
And that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes like the German chamomile seeds or something will blow into another field. And if it's a minimal amount, they don't really take it out. But if it gets, to be too much, then they take it out.
Right.
So what you're seeing now is in the front, you're seeing lavandin, and in the background, you're seeing helichrysum. So I've never gotten to see helichrysum before, and it's amazing. I mean, we were just like crushing it in our hands and smelling it. It was just so fantastic.
Lori, we have a question. How many times of year do they harvest blue yarrow? I believe is
So
what the
it's
question
just
was.
once a year.
Wow.
I believe that's what the question was. So you get the answer even if that wasn't, because it left right as I was reading it.
It's once a year.
So awesome. I know. Look at that helichrysum,
It's gorgeous.
Bright
it's
yellow.
I think so. This is lavender. You're seeing some more lavender. I'm actually thinking that on the right.
Lori, do you have the picture of the different type of lavenders and how those how they grow? Do you know if that's included here?
I'm not sure. I did glance through it, but we'll look through and
because that's really cool. So if it's not added here, then I'll have her talk about that, because I went home and looked at my lavender plant, just because I think it's cool to
the
kind
different
of compare
types.
it. Yeah.
So this is just me standing in a field. This is a fairly young field. I think it's like in the 3rd year, which would be the 1st year of harvest. So it's the 3rd year when they actually start harvesting lavender.
Yeah.
It's crazy the difference between a mature
a mature field and a young field. Yeah, definitely. This is sunflowers. So when we were driving through Bulgaria from the airport after landing, we saw fields and fields and fields of sunflowers, miles. It looked literally like blankets just spread out. Gorgeous. So beautiful. And then we were told that Bulgaria is actually one of the world's biggest suppliers of sunflower oil.
Wow.
Pretty.
Gorgeous.
Jay says, does the Helichrysum plant smell syrupy like the Hydrosol?
No, it really doesn't. It smells a lot like the oil. It really does smell a lot like the oil, but fresh, just like that really, it's light, of course, when you're just smelling the plant. But so this is a rose field, and on the left is pre-harvest and on the right is after the harvest. So we actually found one rose that was left on one bush in that whole field. I think we got a picture of it. Most of the petals were on the ground, but rose is very big in Bulgaria. They actually have a festival every year. It's just, and it's amazing.
So Phyllis says Helichrysum is in her shopping cart right now, and Helichrysum is kid safe.
Helichrysum is kid safe.
So you get 20% off if you purchase it.
Yes.
Week.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because
it's the JCAM is the kid safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
So 20% off by using, what's the coupon? Something 18. What is it, Ashley?
I should really know this,
but
I don't.
I just barely I just was working on these coupons and I'm totally drawing a blank.
Is
I don't want to talk about it.
Janine Taylor asks if lavender and lavandin are totally separate, or are they related?
They are related, and we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. We're going to get to that, and so I'll go over that.
Trip 18.
Yep, Trip 18.
Thank you, Ashley and Liz. So Trip 18, all kid safe, even so the kid safe synergies, as well as all of our single oils that have the kid safe stamp, all of those are 20% off.
That's a great deal.
Yeah.
Get Helichrysum.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
She says
be without
Helichrysum. I say Helichrysum.
So this is actually...
She's probably right, because she just got back and probably heard it from the professional.
This is actually the rose concrete that comes from the extraction. So they get a concrete first, and then...
a concrete's a solid material.
It's solid.
Solid,
yeah. And then they do further distillation processes to get the essential oil or the absolute.
So is it, it looks like it feels greasy or buttery. Is it?
No, it's actually pretty solid. It's just really solid and smooth. I actually was given a 1 ounce bottle of it as a gift when I was there, and I'm guarding it with my life.
She says it's in her safe.
It's in my safe.
She's going to use it as part of her retirement.
I'm sure it's worth a fortune. But it's just, it's fantastic. It's just beautiful. And to watch the processes, it's just amazing how they get from one, this goes through so many processes and so much length to get, to that. Yeah. So that is a hilltop village behind a field of Clary Sage.
So pretty.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Wait, it's Simia?
Simia. Something like that.
Something. Yeah. I knew I'd
I'm not even gonna try.
Robert's probably sitting at his desk going, "Oh my gosh, I just told you." No.
I was. We have a lot of pictures that Lori and Robert brought back that we can't show. just because of the proprietary stuff but it was really cool to see that process, even though I wasn't there.
It's fascinating. It's unbelievable. It's my appreciation for these oils and absolutes and stuff have just increased so greatly since I've taken this trip. This is a Clary Sage field, so you have the field behind and a close-up on the left, and then we have someone holding the actual plant, and you could see the little fibers on the stalk, and if you rub your fingers on the fiber, you get kind of a disturbing odor that remains, but they're beautiful. I mean, the plants are gorgeous. Intense, like disgusting, but it's hard to believe that such a beautiful plant could produce. You know, that the stalks would smell like that. But the oil, I think, is gorgeous. I think the oil is gorgeous. Clary Sage is another great oil to have.
Rebecca says, love Clary Sage. And then Christy says, is sunflower oil just a carrier oil?
It is.
Yes, there's no sunflower essential oil.
Right. And this is just some juniper berry that was growing kind of wild. So you run into that quite a bit.
Especially when the plants are indigenous in that area. Right, so they're going to be everywhere.
You'll be like at a lavender field and you'll look to the side and there'll be a bunch of like either fennel or, you know, juniper berry.
That's cool.
That's Helichrysum up close.
Helichrysum. Just kidding.
Fight.
Someone just said they say Helichrysum.
Oh.
Which I've heard before. So you're not the only one that says it like that.
So this is actually frankincense resin that you're seeing right now. We all know and love frankincense.
Yes.
That's just such a great oil.
And it's super, I think it's super cool to see the resin compared to the concrete that rose, compared to the steam distilled oils from a flower, or, you know, I just think plants, like when you see all of these different things that the oil comes from, I think it just like, I don't know, I have so much respect for plants, that all of these weird like parts are bringing us these awesome oils. I think it's super cool. Anyway, you keep going, but I just love seeing all of that.
I was surprised that Clary Sage has a smelly part, and then the flowers smell. Does flowers smell good? Is that what you're saying?
The flowers smell good. I mean, Clary Sage oil is, I think, is lovely, but the stalks.
Not so good.
That's crazy.
Okay, Danny, I'm quizzing you here. What do we have? Remember?
Okay, this is delicious. This is mate.
Okay.
And it's when I was in Argentina, we used to drink it.
Yes.
So I was really excited when I saw this slide.
Danny got really excited. He's like, oh yay. So this is just another thing that they process. Some of these places, these producers actually do things in the off season, like concretes and stuff like that, during the times of the year when the plants the flowers aren't growing. So they do like the dried.
Because a lot of plants are only harvested once a year.
Right.
And so, you know, it would be hard to shut down everything.
Right.
And so.
Yeah. And so there's many, like German chamomile, for instance. It grows now and it's harvested now, but it will get put on a shelf in a warehouse because it could be harvested dried. I mean, it's distilled dried. So that doesn't change anything. So they'll put that on a shelf in a warehouse while they do something like lavender that needs to be distilled right after harvest.
Yeah,
you know,
because it depends on the plant. Some are better dry,
right?
You get a better yield and better oil. Some are better fresh, and so they, I mean, you know, these experts who are doing this, they know what they're doing, and they know what to get how to get the best essential oil, and then we test it to make sure they're doing it right.
Right. Yeah. And they really are experts. It's amazing, you know, what you learn just from all of this. Oh. So this was a cute little place that we visited when we were in Bulgaria. We visited these really quaint little villages and we stayed in these really cool little places. One of them, I joke and call it a hobbit house because the ceilings were under 6 feet tall. So it was perfect for me, but everyone else was having to duck going in. And so this is what they were cooking while we were there, the night that we were there. And that was one of the desserts we encountered.
Looks delicious.
It's like I think it's an eclair inside a mousse with some chocolate on top. It's like
I am so wanting that.
So really fast, we have a question from Anne. She says, so do suppliers typically only sell to one company because of the harvest being once a year, or is that confidential information?
Well, no, I don't know that it's confidential,
No.
and they do sell to probably several companies. I mean, some of these farmers that we visited have like 60, 70 fields, so they're getting like a huge yield of lavender, stuff
Right.
like that. So yeah, they sell to many people.
Yeah.
And going there was a big thing. Like for me, it was educational. For Robert, it was to source really good quality oils and to get to know the
ones we're already working with.
right, the people that we're already working with a little better. And so that was really interesting to see, you know, how much they really do. Like I said, some of them have a lot of fields, some of them will just have a few fields, but for the most part they have several, and some of them are in like a co-op where they, you know, they work with other farmers, or they work with the suppliers. The suppliers actually help them, so
And that's why
amazing.
it's really important to develop really strong relationships with the farmers and distillers and stuff that we work with, because we usually contract, you know, and estimate how much we're going to need for the whole year and contract out that, you know, amount, so that we don't run out and then we can't find it because, you know, they've possibly sold it to other companies and stuff. And so so that's why, like, it's really important for us to develop these relationships so that we make sure that when, you know, we find a good supplier, that we, and a good oil from that supplier, that oil is lasting us, you know, that we have, since it's only being harvested once a year, we want to make sure that we have it for that whole year instead of running out and then not being able to get it until it's harvested again. So
I just was laughing because I saw that comment that said, "Is that a hand?"
Yes.
okay, and on to the hand.
So this actually is a hand. So we visited a perfume museum, and so thousands of years ago, they used essential oils to preserve bodies and stuff. So this hand was actually preserved with essential oils. I don't know, what did they used to call them? Like a sarcophagus when they wrapped them all?
I don't know. A
It's
mummy.
been here.
That's what it's called.
We have tons of pictures from that museum.
Yes.
So maybe we'll have to have another show.
Yeah,
where we
that
talk
museum
about
was so fascinating. And to the right, you just see, like, that was like an installation hanging from the ceiling of these like huge test strips.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Carol is asking how many acres is a field, and that depends on the field.
Yes, and they go by hectares, and I'm gonna screw this up because I'm just gonna like throw something out there. No, I think I'm trying to remember. Like they go by hectares there, so it's not really acres. But okay, so based on acres, I would say that they could be anywhere from 5 to you know, to
Ridiculous
20,
amount.
you know, or 20 acres. You know, some of them just go like right next to each other. You'll see helichrysum, lavender, chamomile, like they'll just be, you know, like field after field right next to each other. So
Hey, Danny, will you do the comments for me?
yeah.
Thank you.
I got so excited watching the show.
So I saw a lot of people saying we would love to see more videos, we'd love to see more pictures. Lori is working on something for you guys, right?
it's actually finished
Okay, do you know when it's going to be?
Saturday.
Okay, so
Saturday.
Lori has been working on a blog post, and it will be posted on Saturday.
On Saturday morning. Yeah.
Are there videos?
There are no videos in
Let's
the blog
get some added.
post, so
There you go. I'm going to
but
make them add
we
some.
we can do that. I mean, there's pictures in there. I was trying to get it done and just get out there so everyone could see pictures, because I've had so many people asking for pictures and to talk about the trip. So I did a blog post, but I'm happy to expand on that and add some videos and maybe do like a part 2 or something.
Hashtag not sorry. I mean, I agree with them. You know, they're saying anytime that they can, you know, see the process of the distillation and the harvesting of the plant, like that's super exciting for our customers.
It is.
So,
It was
if we
super
have something
exciting
like that,
for
we can
me.
share.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh,
yeah.
we know, Lori.
They're sick of me. They're sick of hearing about it.
No, I am
No,
jealous.
it
That's what
definitely
is.
is life-changing. It makes you have such a whole new level of respect for essential oils. I mean, as an aromatherapist, I've always respected oils and what it takes to get them, but now seeing the process and all the different processes, like some of the the absolutes, they go through dozens of washings to get from a concrete to an absolute, and there's just so much that you just take for granted. You don't realize until you see it. I've seen pictures, I've read about it, but going there was, yeah, it's life-changing.
That's really cool.
I actually put a video together that had all of those processes, and then we went and showed Robert, and he was like, "You can't show all that."
Yeah, we have to get authorization. Because, yeah.
But we're going to get some videos put together and either do a part 2 or add just maybe a couple just to,
yeah,
we'll make sure
I think we can
get some, a little bit of extra, because I know we teased you with a couple videos and you guys want more. Okay, so we have some oils here, and these are just some of the ones that you saw the process of, right, Lori?
Yeah, these are some of the ones that I saw. Oh, so do we want to talk about the lavenders? Because we had a question about that, so I almost forgot.
About the lavenders, yeah, because that picture wasn't on there. Do you know if that picture is on the blog post?
It is. No, it is not on the blog post. But
we'll figure out a way to show you. It's super cool.
We'll figure out a way to show you. But basically,
yeah.
So when we got there, we saw fields of lavender and fields of lavandin, and I was very surprised to see that lavandin is actually bigger. It's like a bigger plant, and it's much more deeper in color. It's much deeper in purple than lavender is actually lavender in color, and lavandin is purple, and it's beautiful. So lavender grows on a single stalk, and the buds are kind of spaced apart, where if you hold the stalk up, you can see.
Right?
Where lavandin grows in stalks of 3, so there'll be one long one in the middle, and then you'll get 2 shorter ones on the side, and the flowers are clustered together and longer. So, and lavandin is a hybrid. It comes, it's a cross between spike lavender and regular lavender. And because it's a hybrid, it has no seeds, it's sterile. So to reproduce it, you actually have to take cuttings. So there's a lot of work that goes into it, but it is really hardy, which is a great thing. So there's no concern with, any issues of not getting lavandin, I don't think, in the near future.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's actually an amazing oil. It has a lot of the benefits of lavender, plus because of the camphor content, it also is good for like respiratory concerns, seasonal type things, allergies, that type of thing. So
yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, so she got to see lavender, lavandin plants, Clary Sage, Melissa, German chamomile, Roman chamomile, rose. You guys saw the Helichrysum. You saw dillweed too?
No.
Blue yarrow. Is that
blue yarrow?
Blue yarrow, because it's
yeah,
not
blue
here.
Yarrow.
That's what was supposed to be there.
Okay. Dillweed.
Just kidding.
I would have liked to seen dillweed.
Dillweed
Dillweed would have been
because
like
Danny is a dillweed.
We're calling you a dillweed.
No, not me.
I'm trying to see if anybody. Oh, do they have different healing properties? Oh, did we? Yeah. So yeah, they do. Not really. Lavender and lavandin.
Yeah,
are
they
pretty
do.
much
Not
the
really.
same. Well,
a little bit of extra.
Lavandin does have that extra. So to me, I feel like lavandin has always been like the underdog. Like,
right. I think because it's less expensive, and kind of people kind of thought that it's like the cheaper, not as good.
Yeah,
lavender.
But it's actually fantastic.
Yeah, that's what's amazing about oils is that, I mean, you get the therapeutic benefits from the chemical makeup of the oil, and something that simple can make a big difference, So I know a lot of people, they're sometimes scared, don't want to purchase lavandin because, it's like the cheap lavender or whatever, but it has amazing therapeutic benefits. So it really just depends on what you're needing. Yes, lavandin is kid safe.
Yes. And then there's somebody that asked about frankincense for skin, and it really depends on what kind of skin, issues. If it's like for aging, for, wrinkles, that kind of stuff, you're going to want to use the Carteri. If you tend to bruise, have, that more scarring, that type of stuff, you might want to go with the Freriana. But they're all great.
They really are very, very similar and all great for the skin.
They really are.
Yeah. Someone said, if you are allergic to lavender, can you use lavandin?
Probably not.
Because it's a hybrid of two types of lavender.
So if you're allergic to lavender, I would go with Roman chamomile. That would be my next my next go-to would be Roman chamomile.
Awesome. What was the other comment you had highlighted about lavender, Danny? Do you remember?
The smell.
Oh
Do
yeah,
they smell
what's
different?
the smell different?
They not much.
A little different.
A little bit different, but not really much. You can get a slight hint of the camphor content. I mean, lavender contains a trace amount of camphor. Lavandin has a little bit higher amount, so you can detect that a little bit.
Well, she probably can. I probably can't.
But it's very minimal.
And Anita says, that is what I thought of Lavandin, that it was a cheap imitation. Now I kind of want it. Looks like I need to place a second order for this week and still get 20% off. Absolutely.
You definitely want it. I love it.
That's so funny. I think it's also cool. We also get asked a lot of questions about the color of our labels. And seeing the plants on here. So our labels are colored based off of the plant. Or like with blue yarrow, we do it a blue because the oil is blue, even though the plant is white, right? Or it's white. Not like bright white, obviously, but the oil's blue, so that's why it's blue. But so the labels, all of our labels have to do with the plant, some way or another. And so when I was looking at those pictures and like seeing these, I was like, it was just fun to make that connection for me. That's all. Okay,
yeah,
guys?
Tammy says it's more medicinal smelling.
You to know.
And cleaner than lavender. So it's more like a product that something you would smell like in a cleaning product or a freshener type thing.
Judy says, does it interrupt sleep? Sleep-wise, it will have the very similar therapeutic properties of lavender. Sometimes for some odd reason, and nobody really knows, people have an opposite effect with lavender.
Sometimes, yeah.
Where it makes you a little bit hypier, sometimes gives people bad dreams. And you would probably see the exact same thing with Lavandin if you see it with lavender.
Yeah.
So they're very similar when it comes to sleep-related concerns.
And a good thing to do is if you're finding that you're having bad dreams or it's making you not sleep instead of helping you sleep, you're probably using too much. So cut back. Like if you're using 3%, cut back to 1%. If you're diffusing for an hour, diffuse for 15 minutes before sleep. So you might find that helpful just to cut back on it.
Yeah. Let's see. I saw, someone said, is there an update on the harvest of Fregonia?
I don't really know about that for sure. I know that I don't think we're going to see it before next year. I think it was like a 3-year
So that's the concern.
So
a lot of plants, you have to have multiple years of plant production before you can harvest for essential oil. And so even though Fregonia, maybe is already planted, I don't know how many years until it's harvested.
I want to say it's 3 years. I think it's similar to lavender, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. So it sometimes stinks. And on that subject, what is your least favorite oil smell?
Mine?
Yeah.
Well, I have two that I don't like, garlic and valerian root.
Oh, garlic. Does anybody like garlic?
And really, it's odd because when I first started with aromatherapy and I was having to use the oils and I was smelling some of them and I'm like, oh, this is horrible. Oh, I don't like this. I would smell some stuff and I'd like, I'm never going to use this. And now I've grown to appreciate almost every one of them. I mean,
besides garlic and
valerian root. But no, seriously, I love them all. There isn't really anything that I open up that I'm, adverse to as far as the smell goes besides those two.
That's funny.
And I think the therapeutic, learning how to blend them properly so some of them aren't as stinky.
Overpowering.
I'm going to say stinky, overpowering and diluting them properly and just getting to know their therapeutic benefits has just changed my whole outlook on them.
Yeah. I see that Amy and Karen both said vetiver is their least favorite, and I'm not sure we can be friends anymore, you guys.
Vetiver?
I love vetiver.
Oh, God. So vetiver is like
Lavender
on my
is probably
top
one of my
5.
least
Vetiver
favorites,
is
or
in my
rose.
top 5 list because it just calms me down.
I love vetiver, too.
I know. I could be in the worst mood and cranky and grumpy, and then I smell vetiver, and I'm like, I love everybody. And
I had a customer ask, like, what do you use when your kids are out of control and, you're really stressed, and I went and smelled vetiver. No, lavender. I don't like lavender. Went and smelled vetiver, and instantly my body and mind are just calm, instantly. I was hands down, I would go to vetiver every single time. Does blue tansy or anything with the color blue interfere with some pharmaceutical?
They do, and it's mostly like the the drugs that are prescribed as antidepressant or anti-anxiety type drugs, but those cautions are really if you're taking it internally. So you should be cautious if you're using it, but you don't have to completely stay away from it.
Yeah,
You know,
and on our website, if the cautions are not related to ingesting the oil only, so if it is related to only if you're ingesting the oil, is there that caution? We don't list that always because we don't recommend the ingestion of oils for medicinal purposes. But if there's any other cautions with like topical application or inhalation, those are all on our website. So some of them do talk about medication interactions due to that concern.
Yeah. And if you have specific questions, just email one of our aromatherapists.
Aromatherapist at planttherapy.com.
Yep, we'll help you out.
Awesome. Okay, you guys are having a ton of questions. Actually, we've ignored Instagram the whole time.
There was one question that I thought was entertaining. How do we become Lori?
Yeah, right? I've been Lori's worked here for what, 5 years?
I'm going on 5 years.
I've been trying to become Lori since then. So
it's really, you know what, I mean, I've been so fortunate to work for a company that really, really supports education and creativity. So it's been really, plant therapy is responsible for all of my success. But even in 5 years, I don't feel like even with this trip, learning so much, I feel like I barely, like it's the tip of the iceberg. There's so much that I still have to learn. And I love the chemistry end of it, but I also love the body, mind, spirit kind of thing, you know, this whole soul connection. So it's really hard for me because I don't know which direction to go first. I'm like, oh, I found this new book on chemistry. Oh, I found this new book on alchemy. It's like, yeah, so it's a struggle for me because I can't get enough information. So
yeah, it is great. And we love sharing. Every time we learn, we love sharing it with our customers too, which is why Lori's doing a blog post, because we love doing it. Christy says, I know PT does returns. Does that include if you just don't like an oil? Absolutely. Doesn't matter what the reason. You could like an oil and just not want it anymore, and we'll take it back. You just email Ashley. See us at planttherapy.com. They'll take care of you. Our customer service will take care of you. Okay, guys, who's ready for a giveaway? You guys keep asking questions. We have amazing customer service reps and aromatherapists who get online and answer your questions. So keep asking them, but it's probably time to get to a giveaway. Is it, Danny? There's not a countdown up there today.
Oh, there isn't?
No.
Oh, yeah.
So I assumed we were pretty far. Danny's getting hot. That's what he means, guys. That just got a little weird, but I get it because I know Danny. Okay, so we will answer your questions. And sorry that we couldn't get to them on the live video, but we're glad you guys are learning a lot and have all of these questions for us. So giveaway time. This is supposed to be blue yarrow.
Do we?
We
don't have any right now.
Okay.
But we will get a blue yarrow.
So this is what we're going to do. We have a question for you guys. You will have until midnight tonight, and this is really big, and I hope you found this video really educational. So please share it. Tag people that you know that love essential oils that would love to learn this, because it gives them a chance for a giveaway as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 oils, because we're pretending that blue yarrow is right here. We have 9 oils. So we're going to ask you a question. You'll have until midnight Mountain Daylight Time to answer that question, and we will be choosing 9 winners, and each of you will win one of the oils, and that will just be picked at random. So the 9 winners, and then we'll just pick. Oh no, we aren't picking at random. It'll be what oil is up here, what oil they picked, right? Yes. I changed my mind. So here's the question. It will make more sense. Let me tell you the question. What is your favorite oil that is right here and that Lori talked about and saw while she was in France? So what is your favorite oil and why? But these ones specifically, because we're going to be choosing winners and then sending them.
Can you tell us the names of those?
The oil. Yes. So we have lavender, Lavandin, Clary Sage, Organic Melissa, Chamomile Roman, Chamomile German, Rose Absolute, Helichrysum Italicum, and Blue Yarrow.
Yay!
Which is organic. Our yarrow, blue yarrow, is an organic. So tell us, choose one of these 9. Leave it in the comments. Tell us why it's your favorite, or maybe you've never had it but you want to. Tell us why, and then we will choose one person and from each of these oils, and that's what you will win. So, and you have until midnight tonight Mountain Daylight Time to answer the question. So we're excited because some of these babies are worth a lot of money.
Yeah. Worth every drop.
Awesome.
Would you be willing to give away your brick of rose or whatever you called it?
Yeah.
Well,
Concrete.
No.
Her rose concrete.
might
That is
be.
her retirement, you guys.
It definitely is. No.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, guys. Awesome. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, Lori.
Oh, thank you for having me. This was so exciting. I'm
And we're
happy to come
excited
and
for your
share
blog
it.
post, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so that was amazing. And I feel like everything we do after that's just going to be like, da, da, da. No, just kidding. We're going to do more awesome things. So Friday is Field Trip Friday. It's at 9:30 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. And we are going to be visiting,
Fulfillment.
no,
Oh,
that's going to be the next Friday.
Oh,
We
my
changed
bad.
it up.
sorry.
We're going to be visiting kind of our main office area. So that's people who are in accounting, that's people on the executive team, that's like our HR person. It's going to be those kind of people. So you'll get to meet all of those employees. You'll get to learn about what they do and also learn about their favorite plant therapy products. So it's going to be fun for you guys to get to know them. So that's for our Field Trip Friday. That's at 9:30 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Hope to see you guys there. Have an amazing next couple of days. And don't forget to share this video and tell us what one of these 9 oils, including Blue Yarrow, which is pretending to be here, is your favorite and why. See you guys. Bye.